Taylor Swift endorsed Madam VP Kamala Harris.
Breaking news.
She endorsed Kamala tonight.
Did you ever imagine that one of the world's biggest pop icons would find herself in the middle of a political firestorm? Well, it's happening. Taylor Swift, the voice of a generation, just did something no one saw coming. She openly endorsed Kamala Harris and the Swifties. Let's just say, not everyone is happy about it. Swift has always been strategic about her influence, but this move has sparked a massive divide in her fan base. Swifties are furious, confused, and some even feel betrayed. Why would Taylor take such a bold stance, and what's behind the backlash? Could this endorsement have deeper roots in Hollywood's political landscape? Buckle up, because this story is about to get wild. Taylor Swift is no stranger to making headlines, whether it's for her chart-topping albums, personal relationships, or her bold stances on social issues. But her recent endorsement of Kamala Harris has taken things to a whole new level. Swift has built a reputation as a voice for equality and justice, and in the past, her political views have leaned left. But this time, her decision to back Harris has struck a nerve with her loyal fan base. Why? Swifties are known for their unwavering support, but this endorsement has left many feeling conflicted, angry, and even betrayed. Some are questioning her motives, while others wonder if there's more to the story than meets the eye. Could this be a calculated move, or is Taylor simply following her heart? As the debate rages on, one thing is clear: this is more than just a celebrity's political endorsement. There's a bigger narrative unfolding, one that's got both Swifties and political pundits talking. To understand the full weight of Taylor Swift's endorsement, we need to rewind to a time when the pop superstar carefully avoided political controversies. For most of her early career, Swift was famously silent on politics, staying clear of divisive issues while maintaining a squeaky clean, apolitical image. Her legions of fans adored her for the music, not her opinions, and Taylor kept it that way. But things started to change in 2018 when Swift made her first bold political statement by endorsing Democratic candidates in Tennessee, marking a shift that would redefine her public persona. Fast forward to today, and Taylor has fully embraced her role as a politically conscious artist. Yet, endorsing Kamala Harris, a figure who has been both celebrated and criticized in the political arena, feels different. This is not just about her aligning with the Democratic Party. It's about taking a firm stance in a world where politics is more divisive than ever. Swift's fan base, a global powerhouse of devoted followers, spans across all political spectrums. Many of her young fans idolize her for her activism, while others appreciated her once neutral stance. So when the news of her backing Kamala Harris hit social media, it sent shockwaves through the Swiftie universe, leaving fans in heated debates and questioning what this means for the future of their beloved idol. The moment Taylor Swift voiced her support for Kamala Harris, social media went into a frenzy. What seemed like a simple endorsement quickly became a source of tension, with Swifties voicing strong and often conflicting opinions. Some fans stood by their queen, praising her for using her platform to promote women in power. Others, however, were outraged. Accusations flew that Swift had become part of the Hollywood elite, pushing a political agenda, leaving many fans feeling abandoned. But what caused such an explosive reaction? Why did Taylor's endorsement hit so many nerves? As it turns out, the relationship between Swift and her fans is more complex than just celebrity and follower. For years, Taylor has been seen as a symbol of individuality and freedom. Her music spoke to personal empowerment, heartbreak, and growth. Fans saw her as a reflection of their own struggles and triumphs. But now, the endorsement of a figure as politically charged as Kamala Harris brings in a new layer of complexity, especially given Harris's mixed reception in progressive circles. Many Swifties, particularly younger fans, who see Taylor as a voice for the oppressed, were confused by her backing of a candidate some associate with establishment politics and policies that haven't always aligned with progressive values. What adds to the mystery is the timing of Taylor's endorsement. Some insiders speculate that it's part of a broader strategy. Perhaps Taylor is eyeing a future role as more than just a musician, transitioning into activism or political influence. Others believe that her friendship with certain political figures in Hollywood, who are Harris supporters, may have influenced her decision. Could this be part of a larger Hollywood political network that Swift has found herself navigating? Or is she truly standing by her convictions? With each passing day, the layers of this story grow more intricate, leaving fans guessing. What is Taylor Swift's ultimate motive? Is this a genuine stance, or is there something bigger at play? The questions linger, and the answers aren't as simple as they seem. And then, in the midst of the swirling debate, Taylor Swift did the unthinkable. She addressed the backlash head-on. In a rare public statement, she doubled down on her support for Kamala Harris, explaining that this wasn't just about political allegiance. To Taylor, it was about standing up for what she believed was right, particularly in the fight for women's rights, social justice, and equality. She highlighted Harris' track record as a fighter for marginalized communities and made it clear that this wasn't a decision she took lightly. This wasn't a calculated move to please anyone, but a stand on issues she felt deeply about. Yet, the most dramatic moment wasn't just Swift's defense, it was the fallout. As the statement spread, a faction of Swifties felt vindicated, rallying behind her with more fervor than ever, calling her courageous for standing her ground. But on the other side, an entirely new wave of backlash emerged. Some fans began burning their Taylor Swift merchandise and unfollowing her social media accounts, posting emotional messages of betrayal. A trending hashtag #SwiftyRevolt, emerged as fans declared they could no longer support an artist whose politics clashed with their own beliefs. What made this climax even more gripping was the sudden emergence of rumors. Some insiders hinted that Taylor had received pressure from Hollywood elites to make the endorsement. Others pointed out that Kamala Harris's campaign had been struggling with the youth vote, and Swift, known for her influence over millions of young voters, might have been enlisted as a key figure to turn the tide. Could there be a larger scheme at play with Swift as the pawn in a political chess game? The once unbreakable bond between Taylor and her fans seemed to be fracturing before the world's eyes. As more and more fans spoke out, it became clear that this was no longer just about politics, it was about identity. The image of Taylor Swift as the untouchable, relatable artist had cracked. And in that moment, the question became, could she ever win back the hearts of those she'd lost? Or was this the turning point, forever changing the dynamic between the superstar and her devoted fan base? In the aftermath of Taylor Swift's bold endorsement, the dust began to settle, but the divide within her fan base remained. Some fans chose to walk away, feeling that the artist they once idolized had changed in ways they couldn't reconcile. Others, however, stood by her more fiercely than ever, praising her for having the courage to stand by her convictions, regardless of the cost. Taylor's message was clear. She was no longer just a singer, but an advocate for change, willing to risk her reputation for what she believed in. But even as the debates cooled, one question lingered. Had Taylor Swift permanently shifted her role in the public eye? Was she now not just a pop star, but a political figure, destined to be embroiled in future controversies as she used her voice for causes bigger than music? Or would her music eventually bring the fractured fan base back together? Only time will tell whether this moment defines her legacy or becomes just one chapter in the complex story of Taylor Swift's ever-evolving career.